What is up, YouTube, and welcome back, Swindon Town Nation. We have another beautiful Maction game here with the Swindon Town Spartans. Today, they are taking on the Miami of Ohio Redhawks as we continue our journey here with the Spartans. Taking a look now at the MAC East standings, your Spartans are sitting in third place at 2-0 in the conference, 2-2 on the season, sitting right behind the Akron Zips and the Buffalo Bulls. Today's opponents, the Redhawks, way down in 7th. They are 0-2 in the conference so far. This standing is really going to get shaken up now as teams are starting to play each other, and we will certainly see how this Spartan team can fare for the rest of the season. Thank you for joining us here at another beautiful day at the County Grounds Stadium here at the University of Swindon City. That's the USC that you will see in the background is Swindon City. But we are underway here, the opening kickoff. Deep man back is Dominic Candy. He has been making plays all year. He's running up the right side, had a little seam there, but was caught from behind after a 24-yard rush. Ayo Akinola, the freshman QB, is leading his team out here once again. And a new man in the backfield, that is Jake Cummings, the senior. And he gets the ball here on the first play on the little out route. But the senior has a big play ability that Richard Blunt just does not possess. So his snaps will go up as well as Rashad Nelson's there in the backfield. But as you can see, Richard Blunt, the star man, is back on the field here for second down. And he takes the run up the middle for a respectable 4-yard gain and a first down for the Spartans. But Ayo Akinola here now in the pistol formation. He has had a solid season to start as he takes the keeper up the right side, has a seam there, gets dragged down after a 13-yard gain. That is another Swindon Town first down. But he is looking here today to keep growing on a solid freshman season. But Rashad Nelson, the early standout here on the field there, taking the Wildcat, looking to cut up field, but there's just nothing there as Miami, Ohio is ready for it. Ever since Rashad Nelson had that explosive game, teams have gotten his number, and the scouting report is out on him. But Ayo Akinola drops back to pass, finds Schneider there over the middle, who breaks the tackle and gets up the field there for a 27-yard gain. Antonio Schneider, the tight end number 1 on this team, looking to make an impact there as he ripped the tackle there of number 7, and he is spun down for a very nice gain for this offense. According to yards per game, this offense is one of the worst in the nation, but they are still putting up points as Richard Blunt takes another 7-yard rush up the middle, leading to a 2nd and 3. But Adrian Hammer really looking to pound out this offense and really looking to get them moving forward. Here's Rashad Nelson in the backfield, gets the straight handoff from Ayo Akinola, but is met immediately, and that is another tackle for loss. Rashad Nelson just not getting the blocks lately that he was getting early in the season. As Ayo Akinola looks right, finds Terrence Frazier, who gets by his man and turns upfield, leading to a 1st and goal. Terrence Frazier, one of the backup wide receivers on this team behind Rob Austin, getting the pass there and making himself get up the field. Later here now, 1st and goal, running the triple option here. The ball is pitched forward, so apparently the triple option pitch was a forward pass and it was legal. Who knows, but it's 2nd and goal now. So as we look here now, Ayo Akinola looking to get his team into the end zone. He's dropping back to pass, and he finds his man, Jamal Miles, for another touchdown. That's one in the last 3 games as Jamal Miles has come out to be Ayo Akinola's early passing favorite target here as we have entered the close to midway point of this season. Jamal Miles, the senior out of Ohio there. But we got a studio update here as we are checking in on our buddies over at Western Michigan. They were playing the SEC foe, but they could not take them down as Vandy is 6-0 to start this season. Keyshawn Vaughn really balling out there for the Commodores as Western Michigan gave them a run for their money, but could not quite get the job done. As Bester here is the deep man back to return for the Redhawks. Jalen Bester now, as you can see, 8 touchdowns on the year, over 500 yards. averaging around 5 yards per carry. He is the main man here for the Red Hawks, and we will see if the Spartans can do something to slow him down. Gabbert here, the QB under center, but Jalen Bester getting the opening handoff there for a 3-yard rush up the left side. Into shotgun formation here now. Gabbert calling his tight end over in motion now on 2nd and 7. Gabbert dropping back to pass, not finding much, looking to scramble there. Nelson gets juked out there, and Gabbert is gone down the sideline. The defense in hot pursuit, but Brett Gabbert there just making moves, getting through the defense, and a huge gain there. The tackling has been a huge problem for the Swindon Town team, as Gabbert is again there on the keeper for another 7-yard rush there. Swindon Town gonna look to need to shore up this defense if they want to go anywhere later on here in the season. But on 2nd and 3, dropping back to pass, Gabbert finds Robinson there on the left side. Austin Robinson with the 8-yard reception is brought down there. 1st and 10 now for the Red Hawks here as they are driving themselves, looking to answer back at the 7-point Swindon Town put up. But Dominic Handy meeting Brett Gabbert there in the backfield, -4 yards. A tackle for loss credited as Seth Hand, who came in and cleaned up the play here. Another look, Dominic Handy met him. Seth Hand came in and laid the final blow, so he gets the tackle for loss. But Dominic Handy was the one that made that play, as he has been making plays all year. 2nd and 14 now. Gabbert looking to scramble to the right now. In hot pursuit by Anthony, is taken down by Atkinson there, leading to a 3rd and 8 as we enter the end of the first quarter. A lot to think about here for this Miami, Ohio offense, as they certainly want to get into the end zone for this drive. Richard Blunt there looking to fire up his boys, and we will see how these teams come out in the second quarter. And here we go, 3rd and 8 here for the Red Hawks. They are in the red zone just by a hair as they call the wide receiver here in motion. Barrett following him along there in the formation. Dropping back to pass, drops it off to Bester, who's got a free lane and will get the first down there. Just no one in the flats ready for that halfback screen. The corners there all getting blocked upfield by the wide receivers. But here we go now, Red Hawks running another screen play, throwing it the way of Don Blanchard, but out of bounds there, and Blanchard was unable to make a play on the football. 2nd and 10 here, Red Hawks still in shotgun formation. Dominic Handy coming into the backfield, takes the halfback instead of the QB, and the QB keeps it, reading the defense perfectly there for a 5-yard rush, leading to 3rd and 5 here for the Red Hawks. Swindon Town certainly wants to get off the field here, looking to make a play and get the ball back in the hands of their offense. 3rd and 5, Gabbert dropping back to pass, looking to scramble left, and he is taken down. Who else but Ron Gaines there on that right side, the left outside linebacker there, getting in the backfield and getting the sack. That would lead to a Red Hawk field goal, and they are now on the board. But we check in at our studio update here, presented by EA Sports. Buffalo is taking on Akron here, battle of the leaders here in the MAC East, as Buffalo is up 10-0. We will certainly check back in on that game as that unfolds, as that is a huge game with major ramifications in the East there. But Richard Blunt bouncing one outside, looking to turn upfield, gets caught from behind, a 9-yard rush there. Once again, Richard Blunt, though, a ground and pound, a bruiser type running back, not one likely to catch the corner, as Io Akinola on the keeper cuts it up the left side and gets a huge 19-yard gain there. Let's take another look. Read the defense perfectly, had the keeper, and had green grass ahead of him. But Richard Blunt there, not huge top-end speed, so that's why we see a couple other guys getting their reps there. 2nd and 10, though, was an incomplete pass there. Should have been picked off. And now we have a 3rd and 10 for the Swindon Town offenses. They are certainly looking to capitalize here. Io Akinola dropping back to pass, throws it over the middle, and finds Schneider there for the first down. Antonio Schneider, his 2nd big reception of the day. He now has 44 yards in the game. Most of that for Io Akinola, as Io Akinola only has 68 yards, so most of it has been big plays to Schneider. But here now on 1st and 10, finding Jake Cummings over the middle, who's playing with bruised ribs right now, looking a little slow there on that play. The bruised ribs certainly not doing him any favors. So Richard Blunt right back in there, and he is getting the ball there, breaking one outside. Finds a man, though, the wide receiver unable to hold their block there on the outside, and he gets tackled for a 3rd and 6. Later here, Iowa Akinola dropping back to pass. Finds Cummings over there on the halfback screen, but there was no blocking whatsoever, and that would be a 4-yard loss, leading to a 4th and 9 and a very far field goal. But Swindon Town is trying it anyways, and it is short. Woods unable to get it there. He just does not have the leg that this play required there. As you can see, very short, easily a couple 5 or 6 yards would have done him a lot of justice. Maybe if that halfback screen would have got 2 instead of a loss of 4. But anyways here, Swindon Town back on defense, trying to bring down Barrett, who's just barreling his way through the defense here as he picks up a first down. He's got 58 rushing yards on 7 attempts so far today. A minute left, though, in this half. Miami, Ohio looking to get down the field and possibly take the lead going into halftime as he finds his man. That's Jalen Walker over the middle for a first down. Only a minute left now still as Miami, Ohio is driving. Dominic Handy bringing the pressure. Conrad Barrett, though, there to make a play. Gets the pass deflection. Thought he could have stepped up and picked off that pass, but it just was not meant to be. Either way, it is 2nd and 10 here. The Red Hawks still with possession of the ball. Gabbert floating one out to the outside. Finds his man, Austin Robinson. Again, these QB accuracies are just wild here in college football. But anyways, it's 1st and 10, 50 seconds left as Swindon Town is looking to get a turnover there. Floats one to the outside, and Roland Buckley stepping up, could have made a play. The freshman who made that beautiful interception last week could not get his hands on that one. Roland Buckley, though, with the pass deflection. 2nd and 10 here. Gabbert looking to scramble. Merrill stepping up to make a play, and they bring him down, but he does get the first down there. Another 10-yard rush. 37 seconds left here in the half. The slowest minute for Swindon Town in history, but Jalen Bester there brought down in the backfield, a 0-yard rush as we now look at a 2nd and 10. 34 seconds left on the clock. They give it off to Bester, who's brought down there by Don Blanchard after a 6-yard gain. 3rd and 4 with 20 seconds left. Swindon Town certainly looking to make a stop, and it's Roland Causey who causes the fumble there, picked up by Conrad Barrett. Let's take another look, though. But that was the 3rd senior cornerback on this depth chart, number 20, Causey, who goes up and lays the boom on Barrett. Many angles here on that hit, but a beautiful hit stick nonetheless. Causes the forced fumble there for his team, and they get the stop there in the red zone. Barrett's fired up, Handy's fired up, but another senior in this back secondary. But a very sketchy place here for this offense. Blunt gets the handoff, though. He's looking up the right side and gets a very nice gain. Just doesn't have the speed to take it all the way to the house as Adrian Hammer is forced to call a timeout. Only 9 seconds left here, so looking for prayers here for this offense as Iowa Akinola drops back to pass and gets laid out as he was throwing one down, and he is still down on the field. He would have to come off the field. Rashad Nelson going in the Wildcat. The backup QB was not ready. With only 5 seconds left, they're just going to run the clock out as Nelson had a lane there, but he bounced off his tackle and then was caught for a 2-yard gain. Could have potentially took that one a very long ways, but that'll do it here for the first half in the Swindon Town County grounds here as Swindon Town is up 7-3 as we look to see what adjustments these teams will make heading into the second half. And we are back here for the second half at the county grounds. The Red Hawks starting with the football as the Spartans received the opening kickoff of the game. Gabbert here, though, dropping back and handing it off to Jalen Bester, who gets laid out by Dan Moyer there. Let's take another look. He shook the middle linebacker there, but then could not shake Dan Moyer as he drops the boom there. But the open field tackling still an issue for this Swindon Town team. As we see it again, there is Rashad Nelson whiffs as the wide receiver goes right by him. But the tackling, once again, proving to be a problem. Going to be looking to add recruits that excel in that area. Gabbert dropping back to pass once again. Immediately looks to scramble and is taken down for a sack by Junior Underwood, his first sack on the game. Once again, another sack here on his senior season. With Junior Underwood making a nice spin move there, getting past the lineman and getting a sack. 2nd and 12 here for this offense as they are looking to make some moves, but Jalen Bester takes it 7 yards down the left side there, making a manageable 3rd and 5. Dan Moyer trying to pump up the defense in the background there as Gabbert drops back to pass all alone there and finds Austin Roberts on another out route. They've hit that route at least 3 times today, and it is wide open every time as that is another first down for the Redhawks. They're looking to drive, looking to take the lead here in this game. Gabbert handing it off to Jalen Bester. Seth Hand comes up, though, and trips him up for only a 1-yard gain. A very nice play, a very athletic play by Seth Hand to get across the defensive formation there and trip up Jalen Bester. Gabbert dropping back to pass again, finds his man over the middle, and that is knocked incomplete. Atkinson there on the play. He says, no thank you, not in my house. 3rd and 9, though, as the Redhawks are looking to make a play. Gabbert dropping back to pass. He's looking deep left. Rashad Nelson is there and just gets burnt on the play. That's James May, 41 yards over the head of the defense. It was just a straight go route. James May ran right by Rashad Nelson anyways, and there was just nothing he could do as James May just torched him. Simple as that. And now your Spartans are down 10-7. As you can see, this Miami Redhawks defense has been doing outstanding today. Only 130 yards, no sacks or interceptions, but they're getting the job done, acting like a wall for the Swindon Town Spartans offense. But Ayo Akinola back on the field after getting sent off, but he finds the wrong man. That's Rugamba there on the pick, who will take it all the way for a touchdown for the Redhawks. Terrible, terrible play there by the Swindon Town team. A bad pass. There was no way that ball was getting through there, and it was sent to the house there for a touchdown. Swindon Town has a ton of work to do to get back into this ball game, as they are now down by 10 points here late in the 3rd quarter. Ayo Akinola, though, with the offense back out today, looking to make something happen as they hand off to Richard Blunt, who was caught before he could get back to the line of scrimmage. Not ideal to start the drive there. 2nd and 11 now. Back into the pistol formation. Akinola dropping back to pass. Looks over the middle. Finds his man Rob Austin, who gets taken down ahead of the markers there for a 13-yard gain, leading to a 1st and 10 now for this offense. Cheerleaders getting really happy about it over there. But the first down, pretty even there for both sides, 9-8. But Blunt up the middle again. That's another 6-yard gain. And that's been Blunt's forte all year. 5-6 yards right up the middle, running people over and doing his thing. Akinola looking to push it down the field. Schneider there as Rob Austin was wide open on the slant route, but he insisted on forcing that ball down the field as it looks like he's trying to do too much, but finds Rob there on the slant that time, and that is job done for the first down. But Ayo Akinola looking like he's starting to force some things down the field, knowing that this offense has not had a good day. Dropping back to pass there, finding Trevor Rogers in the left flat, almost getting sacked, but it is now 2nd and 8. The Swindon Town Spartans, though, not playing the best of games today, as they are playing down to their competition, as Miami, Ohio is 0-2 in the conference, and Swindon Town is 2-0, but they are certainly not playing like it today. Jamal Miles there on the left side. That's an 11-yard pickup and another first down. Jamal Miles got 2 catches on the day, one for that touchdown earlier we saw in the game. Akinola dropping back to pass, looking to find his man again, and that is Jamal Miles once again on the slot post route. A Swindon Town favorite there for another 26, as Jake Cummings back in the game, gets the handoff there, looking to break it outside. Couldn't quite get to the edge, but that's a 1-yard pickup for a 2nd and 9. Akinola here in this loaded pistol formation / shotgun, as he's making adjustments at the line. Dropping back to pass here, rolling right, looking for a man in the end zone, and it is picked off by Bolden. The ball straight out of Ayo Akinola's hands, right to Bolden. Didn't even make it to that slanting wide receiver in the end zone. And it is just a terrible, terrible day for this Swindon Town team. They cannot catch a break. Every time they've been getting close, a dumb mistake puts the team in a bad position, as Barrett now is taking it down the right side, and now a 41-yard rush following a brutal pick in the end zone, as Barrett has 111 yards on the day. As we now have ended the third quarter, the fans are doing some other activities there, because watching this team perform is not what they want to do today. 17-7 heading into the fourth. Swindon Town looking to make a stop here. They need the ball back if they want any hope of getting back into this game. Gabbert giving it off to Bester, who gets taken down by Seth Hand. A beautiful play there for the negative tackle for loss. Let's take another look. Seth Hand just coming downhill, meeting Jalen Bester and taking him down. 2nd and 13, though. This team needs to limit the yardage here and try to get off the field on 3rd down, as they find Robinson over on the right side, and he gets a 1st down on a 2nd and 13. This passing defense can get no stops. They are just not glued to the receivers like they have been the rest of the year. As Dominic Handy had a chance to jump that route, Rashad Nelson takes a horrific route on that one. But take another look. Dominic Handy surely could have jumped this route and taken it to the house, but he just does not make a play on the ball, and it is another 1st down for these Red Hawks. They're driving now into the red zone, 1st and 10. Handing it off to Bester there, and that is a tackle for loss once again. This time it's Hayden Waters making his name known once again, but 2nd and 12 nonetheless after that play. Shotgun formation here for the Red Hawks. Waters looking to cross over in the formation. A lot of adjustments being made just to hand it off to Bester up the middle for a negative yard rush. Once again, this time it's Atkinson on the tackle for loss. 3rd and 12, though. This team needs to get off the field, needs to limit them to a field goal. Gabbert has all the time in the world back there and finds a man, Jalen Walker. Luckily, it was for a 4th and 1 after that, so Miami, Ohio kicks their field goal. It's through the uprights, and we got another studio update. Checking in on our friends over here, Memphis and Houston. Number 4 Memphis goes down and loses to Houston, 28-31. Houston there moves on to 4-2 on the season. But checking back in with our Buffalo-Akron game, and Buffalo comes home with the handy victory there, as Akron just could not keep up with them. Buffalo, your leaders here in the MAC East. Dominic Handy, though, looking to make some magic happen late in this game. He's down the left sideline. He's picking up a couple blocks, a couple men to beat. He shreds a tackle there and gets it up into Miami territory. As we take a look at the defensive stats presented by Nissan, a couple of interceptions there for Miami, Ohio, and that is making all the difference in today's game. Either way here, a beautiful return by Dominic Handy, looking to set up his offense to get them a quick score so they can try to get right back in this game. Akinola dropping back to pass, rolls right, has a lot of time, sets his feet, delivers a strike to Jamal Miles, who gets down there in the red zone. No huddle here for this offense, looking to make something happen. Akinola finds Rob Austin in the corner, and he hits the pylon, and it's a touchdown. 13-yard touchdown there. Let's take another look. Rob Austin doing the Santonio Holmes toe tap there and getting the ball in bounds there. It looks like it is going to be a close one. This play is under further review, as that was a very close call there. Rob Austin takes out the marker there for the touchdown plane, but it does not look like he got the ball there, and the call is reversed. Swindon Town does not score the quick touchdown, and they have to go back to work here on 2nd and goal, making plays, making moves here, hitting it off to Jake Cummings, and he will get into the end zone for a touchdown. But that's a loss of about 20 to 30 seconds there on the clock. Not really what Swindon Town wanted, but nonetheless, they got in the end zone with a chance to make it a 6-point game, as they do. Jake Cummings here, his first touchdown on the year, the senior, looking to make something happen in his last season in college football. But nothing more important than this defensive drive here for the Spartans. They desperately need a stop with 1.5 minutes left. They got 3 timeouts, as Bester taking it up the left side, but Rashad Nelson there to make the tackle as Swindon Town spends their first timeout. 2nd and 4. Looks like Swindon Town's bringing the heat. Cowsey there in the background, the third senior on this team. He made that forced fumble there early in the game, and another tackle for loss there as it is 3rd and 6. Swindon Town looking to bring the pressure again. Don't want Barrett to be comfortable back there as he finds his man, but it is a 4th and inches. Swindon Town has gotten the ball back with a minute left. Can the freshman QB get his team down the field? He floats one over the middle, finds Jamal Miles there. That's 19 yards, and they are hurrying it up down the field. The ensuing play, rolling right, finds Rob Austin there, who gets hit as he tries to catch the ball, and it is forced incomplete. That would have been huge there as the clock would have stopped, and they would have had a short 2nd down play there as he finds Jamal Miles over the middle, but he gets smoked there by the safety, and it is 3rd and 10. Less than a minute left here for the Spartans. They need to make something happen here. Io Akinola dropping back to pass, but he is getting leveled there by the defensive line. The offensive line provided no blocks. Forced to go no huddle here with only a couple of ticks on the clock remaining. Io Akinola floats one over the middle, and it is incomplete. Trying to find his man, Jamal Miles there, and that would do it, as Miami would knee out the rest of the clock. And the comeback was not meant to be today, but our Spartans fought hard. Not the cleanest of games, and certainly not the most well-played games for our Spartans there as they grinded this one out. Akinola, only 189 and 1 touchdown through the 2 interceptions there. The second one particularly brutal. Not a great day for Jake Cummings and Rashad Nelson. Richard Blunt produced like he always does, averaging 5.4 yards per carry. Jamal Miles, once again, the standout in the wide receiver room, averaging 18 yards per reception there, and he gets another touchdown to add to his resume. On the defensive side of things, Seth Hand was the man today, 2 tackles for loss, as well as Rufus Cowsey getting a tackle for loss there, and Kurt Atkinson chipping in as well. Junior Underwood getting that sack there, as well as Ron Gaines getting a sack there early in the game. No interceptions for this defense, but that forced fumble. Dominic Handy, a so-so day today. That long 61-yarder, though, certainly helped. Here are some games from around the country there. These stats not looking too hot for our Spartans. Jamal Miles and Conrad Barrett were your players of the game. Looking forward here in Week 8, we got the Ohio Bobcats. As we take a look, it's pride on the line. Kirk Herbstreit is going with the team from Ohio as Swindon Town is looking to get right back into their winning ways here against the Ohio Bobcats. Taking a look here at Ohio's schedule, they got a couple wins, a couple losses, losing to an FCS squad, but winning a couple of MAC games. So we will see what Ohio Bobcat team shows up today. Taking a look here at some of their leading stat leaders, Allison, Kazai, and Cox there for them. Our leaders, Akinola, Blunt, and Jamal Miles. So I hope you all enjoyed. Coming after this episode will be a recruiting episode, checking in on the recruits for the Swindon Town team. But if you enjoyed the video, drop a like. This was a hard one as the throat was not feeling too hot. But drop a like, subscribe for more, comment down below what you want to see in the future, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.